Alright, so welcome to another video on the channel. My name is Paul and I help modeling contractors sign more deals and overall have a better predictability on their business so that they can get more customers and help them also create their own leads. Now, if you clicked into this video, it's because right now you're generating leads out of word of mouth referrals. Maybe you're buying or you've tried buying leads from Home Advisor, Angie's, maybe Thumbtack, Yelp, and basically lead services from different websites and lead providers itself, right? And overall you didn't have much success, either because those leads weren't really qualified at all, or because you basically didn't find or that good of a deal itself, right? And so in this video, I'm going to show you how I help my own clients, my own contractors sign more deals, which is the overall goal, get more customers in, and how basically I show them how to create their own leads by their own business by themselves and actually have those systems in place so they won't never have to rely on partners, word of mouth referrals, and they can actually keep control of how much leads they actually how much leads actually get into their business, how much jobs they have scheduled for the upcoming months, and overall, as I said, have some overall predictability. Right now, first thing first, the first thing that you should know whenever you try to create your own leads is to know what you're currently doing, right? And what I mean by that is that whenever I try to, I would say, talk with contractors, because I speak with a great amount of contractors till this day, because I've been some time in business, right? And whenever I talk about, how is your presence on social media? How is your website looking? Are you, I would say, a trustful contractor when it comes to not only your online presence, but whenever you meet with someone who actually wants to do a kitchen, a bathroom, maybe a flooring, or even roofing replacements, right? Are you someone that they can actually trust in? Are you someone, I would say, open-minded to really deal with different types of persons and, overall prospects that may or not may be qualified for your services, right? So you really have to be, I would say, or I would say have a lot of experience in the service itself. And if you actually, been some years in it, you already know what I'm talking about, which I'm not going to keep talking about it, right? So you came for how to create your own leads. So first thing first, okay? You need a differential factor. Okay, a differential factor. And what does that mean? Okay, so I don't know if you ever experienced something like that. I'm guessing that you indeed have, because you've been in the experience for some years. But whenever you get into a lead's house, right, you give them the estimate, or you even get into the phone call itself, they don't actually treat you like you are the authority or like you are, the professional guy that, really they can trust in, but they just treat you like someone else, right? Now, this really happens when you buy leads out of Home Advisor and Angie's, because you're just seen, I would say, so I'm just going to put the cross in here, as someone else. Okay, so you really need to avoid being seen as someone else, right? And so that's why you need the differential factor. Now, how can you have a differential factor itself so that whenever you get to your lead's home and actually deliver the estimate, they don't see you as someone else? So there is where all the, I would say, proof of concept comes in place, okay? If you have a great proof of concept, this differential factor won't actually take in place, and so this seen as someone else won't actually take place in here. Right now, how can you actually have some proof of concept? Because sometimes whenever I speak with contractors, they say, oh yeah, I have some reviews. Oh yeah, I have some before and afters. And I post, decently on Facebook and Instagram and social media. to actually keep my profile updated, right? Now, let me be honest and let me just tell you that if you're doing that, you will be seen as someone else, because that is the commoditized thing to do. Have your own website with your social media profile, and every now and then uploading some before and afters, and overall just doing what the rest is doing, right? Which it's uploading reviews and before and afters, right? So how can you actually avoid being seen as someone else, and how can you actually have that differential factor that I'm speaking about? So you'll have to go one step further. That's what I like to call, right? And so whenever that's an example of myself, right? So I'm, for example, a business owner that helps remodeling contractors sign more deals, right? And so whenever I want to, I would say, increase my business or have more clients or actually have a better product so that I can get more referrals out of it, what I look after is for maybe a mentor, or what I look after is maybe someone who does own a business and does own a business that is pretty well known, and so you reach out to that guy because you know that he's actually good. Now, why did I reach out to that guy? You have to think about it, because he has the proof that he's good at it, right? Either because he has a super big business and he has a super big name in the industry, or because he has proof of concept that he has already done it, right? Now, what usually happens is that you, of course, have competition around your local area, and so it is hard to be, the number one contractor in your area, right? Because there are a lot of different contractors in your area too, and so you really have to prove that you are the one to go. And so you want to be the go-to, just like the guys that I can reach out to be as like my mentors, right? In order to increase my business and to have a better product. Since you probably have a lot of experience, but maybe you don't have really the name in there, or people really gets in out of word of mouth referrals, but sometimes there are some months where things just get low, right? Because now we're in February, right? But we've came from December and January, which were, I would say, catastrophic months, right? Because really people want to be at home with family gatherings, all that stuff, right? And so whenever months like this come in, you really want to have a stream of leads in place. So the only way, or one of the only ways that I've seen that you can achieve that without having the name, without having that super large business or corporations, that you can be immediately perceived as the authority just because you have the name. If you don't have that, then is where the step 3 comes in place, which is, I would say, building social trust. Okay, building social trust. Now, this will only apply if maybe you're someone who's starting out, or that you don't have your name in there. Now, how you can actually build social trust, right? Because as I've said, it is not enough to just upload before and afters, and it is not enough to just have some reviews posted here and there. You have to really show that what you're selling right now, kitchens, bathrooms, roofs, whatever that you may be selling, okay, whatever your business construction may be, you have to show the process itself, right? And what I mean by that is that whenever you get a job, besides doing that quick photo of the before and after, you can just make a video of yourself. Hey, we are here in, Oklahoma. We're remodeling this house. This kitchen is looking like this. We're very excited. This is the team. We're about to transform this kitchen into a whole new one with these countertops, with this cabinetry, with this backsplash, with some deals in it to basically not only show that you're currently doing this service, but that it is not just a blank business itself. That is actually that there's actually people in that business, right? And people buys from people. They don't buy to businesses. People likes being understood. People likes being, they're like feeling that they're being in a place of trust, with a contractor they can actually trust. Because a big problem that happens in the industry, and that I've also seen on the calls that I've took with contractors is that there's just some contractors who are not legit, right? And you can, well, I myself, I can clearly see who is the one that will have immediate success whenever I help them, and who is the ones that we will really have to work on it, because they're not, I would say, that open to it, right? And so how can you actually build this trust right here? So it's by being honest, it's by being trustful, it's by being, familiar itself, right? It is not by just uploading some photos of before and afters, but actually showing pictures about yourself, about the team, about how is that project going, right? Maybe some videos about your testimonials can really increase your sales too. Because when someone actually, looks after for proof of concept, you will not only have those before and afters, right? Those before and after, right? But you will also have this building trust that you are basically doing, which is the thing that I'm currently doing right now with yourself, which is basically recording a video, a free video that you can basically watch on YouTube of my own knowledge itself, that what I've basically seen that is working right now with contractors. And so by doing this, by showing myself who I am, not just the blank business of adimproof.com, which is the name of my business, but not only showing the business itself, but actually showing what is inside of the business, right? Because we live in an era where people just want to, people is just overall busy, right? And so if you can just basically give them straight ahead what you do, or the service itself and how you're going to do it, they're going to appreciate it, right? Because they don't want to, get a lot of work and have to think a lot of stuff, because their overall life is super busy itself. They have probably, the average customer have their own kids, or their kids have actually grown and have left the house, and now they actually want to remodel the house because they feel alone, right? Those are usually the two types of customers, right? Either big families, or just families that their children has left at home and they need something that to keep the home alive, I would say, right? And so whenever you're reaching to those types of person that they have their job, their families, and a lot of stuff, and their own problems, you really want to make sure that the overall process of building social trust, of basically showing proof, I've already put it here, but basically showing proof of concept, and from the proof of concept, you already have that differential factor that I'm telling, and from that differential factor, you will no longer be seen as someone else, and you'll be able to create your own leads, which you'll be able to create your own customers, right? Pretty easy. It sounds pretty easy, but it's something that, you have to keep looking at it, and you have to keep thinking about it, right? But it's as simple as it sounds. Building trust is just being honest, being familiar, being, someone you can rely on, right? And if you can show this upfront proof whenever a new lead actually comes in, you will have a much better time giving the estimate and actually on the whole sales process, and you will actually increase your closing rate, and you won't actually have to hire a sales rep for that. You can actually do it by yourself if you want to do it, right? And then is where you'll be able to create your own leads, and from those own leads you'll be able to get your own customers, right? I hope you understood everything that I've wrote into this whiteboard. If you have any questions whatsoever, just make sure to leave them on the comment section. I always answer them, and so yeah, you can basically ask whatever you want. If you'd like more information about what I do, I actually apply all these systems to all the contractors, that I can actually have some predictability into their own business. Go to the first link on the description, which is adimproves.com, and there you're going to basically see my website. You will basically be able to apply with a one-on-one call with myself. So there you can actually ask whatever the questions you might have for myself. For your own business, we can get to know each other, and yeah, hopefully we can have a great conversation together, right? No pressure whatsoever. And so yeah, with that being said, again, if you have any questions, just make sure to leave them on the comment. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, that was basically all, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.